Law of attraction only knows how you feel. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. Well, we want to know how the law of attraction works because it's the law of the universe that's going to connect you with the details that have you coming together with the things that you want. And the thing that the law of attraction knows is how you feel. And that's all it knows about you. And when it picks up that energy, that emotional energy, the vibration, then that's what it works on. Okay, so that's why when you hear the term about people saying, I'm going to manifest something, the first question you want to ask them is, well, what are you doing to manifest something? Because the manifestation happens because the law of attraction is delivering based on the energy that you are broadcasting to it. So the law of attraction is doing the manifesting. What are you doing so that it delivers to you what you want? All right? So that's your vibration. What you want to be doing is training your vibration, is to focusing your vibration. That means focusing on thoughts that feel good for any reason. That's the intention of your thoughts in the run of a day on anything for any reason, nothing in particular. And that will be your conversation with the law of attraction. So this is why I talk about the daily emotion tracker, because I work with people in all kinds of situations all over the world, and I'm not all that interested in the thought-action column of the daily emotion tracker until I look at the emotion column. See, I'm very interested in the emotion column, and you want to be too, because whenever you spot a negative emotion, that's when you want to go to the thought-action column, and you want to see, well, what am I doing? What am I thinking that's taking me into thoughts that don't feel good to me? They're negative in their feeling. And that means that there's a faulty belief going on. That means my thoughts are being influenced on this topic by a faulty belief. And I want to deactivate that. I want to deconstruct that, because that means I am talking with the law of attraction in low vibration energy. See, when you got negative emotion here, that means you're talking with the law of attraction in low vibration energy, and it's, of course, going to connect you to something very different. You see, if you're trending up in your positive emotion through the day, then the law of attraction is going to be more often connecting you with the path to the things that you want. And it's a lovely path of details, right timing, inspired action, great ideas, all those kinds of things, synchronicities that are leading you along to connect with what you want. So the law of attraction can do that as your emotional productivity through the day is increasing. You're more in alignment. Your conversation with the law of attraction is in that higher vibration zone. So you're up here in the green zone at high vibration, and that's where the law of attraction then is going to be connecting you with this. And this is what you came for. This is what you want. Now, faulty beliefs, if we're going to allow them to run rampant and trigger us and take us down to low vibration thought energy, and we know we're there because there's the negative emotion, then a good deal of our life is the rodeo ride. And you know that hanging on is going to be uncomfortable as you get bucked around, right? That takes shape in all kinds of ways in our physical world and our physical life as it relates to finances and relationships and vocation, health, everything. We do not want the rodeo ride version of those things. It's not going to be fun. We want the yellow brick road version of those things. That's all kinds of fun, right? So that's why we're the creator of our reality in conjunction with our inner being and the law of attraction, because we're always offering energy to the law of attraction. And so it's always going to be delivering something to us. But we just, from what we're offering, if it's low, then it's things we don't want. And if it's high, it's the things that we do want. So again, we want to get more on the yellow brick road of life. And of course, the way that we do that is we watch our daily emotion tracker and we do the things that it takes to increase the positive emotion in our day. Now, you see, I'm not talking about anything in particular. The law of attraction absolutely does not know what you're thinking, does not know, anything about your life. It doesn't know what you're saying. It doesn't know your actions. It knows none of that stuff. So we know there's nothing specific to do other than choose thoughts about whatever topic or subject is in your mind that are good feeling thoughts. They're easy thoughts. They feel at ease. They feel calm. They feel relaxed. Don't have to be bouncing off the walls. It just could be a very calm kind of energy. That's high vibration stuff. No resistance, right? So the law of attraction knows how you feel, and that's important because whatever you feel, it's either going to send you to the yellow brick road, down the yellow brick road, or it's going to send you down the rodeo ride. Simple as that. So what you're interested in is training your vibration to be in its natural high vibration place, and the way you can do that is by keeping this daily emotion tracker and noticing where negative emotion is happening in your day, looking at what's going on, what's the topic, what are your thoughts, and tracing that back to the faulty belief, and then coming up with a new story, a new script, a way to find emotional relief with that situation. And therefore, you start to deactivate that faulty belief, and you're using the deconstruction of it, the reconstruction, and it will start to deactivate in its intensity. And it will go away eventually as you practice the new feeling thoughts about the So then as you're there, you see the law of attraction will connect you with those details. It doesn't know the details. It doesn't know what you want. Your inner being is the one that sets that all up. Your inner being saying, I got it all set up and ready for you to receive. But you got to tell the law of attraction that you're ready to receive. You see how the team goes here? You got the law of attraction, you got your inner being, and you got yourself. So your inner being knows the contrast of your life, those things that you don't like, and it sets up instantly the things that you want. But it can't give it to you directly. That comes to you as you are in alignment and that means talking with the law of attraction in thoughts that feel good, and you know what they feel good because there's positive emotion. So we want to make sure that our conversation, again, with the law of attraction is that high vibration conversation. Because when it is, now the law of attraction is going to be our friend, going to be a good teammate, going to connect us with the yellow brick road, and we're going to be receiving the details that bring us along to receive the things that we want. So, we want to remember that there's only one thing that the law of attraction is really paying attention to, and that's the way that you feel. It's not paying attention to your education. It doesn't know what your education is. Not paying attention to what your job is or how hard you're working at it. Does not pay attention to how much money you have or any of that. If you're, having and trying to find ways to get more money. It doesn't know you're doing any of that, and you can't pay the law of attraction. It doesn't know anything about that kind of currency. It doesn't know if you're working hard or using specific thoughts, trying to use techniques to get it to do things. It doesn't know any of that. It doesn't know any of this stuff, right? It only knows the currency of life, and that's this stuff, this high vibration stuff right here. Now, it is true that the low vibration energy is currency too. That's low vibration currency. You don't want that currency. You don't want to be spending that currency. That currency takes you to the rodeo ride, and you don't want that. You want the good life that you want. So I want to be clear here. This video is to make you very clear that the law of attraction, it's with you all the time, picking up your energy all the time. That momentum all the time. And that's what it knows. And depending on what it's receiving dominantly and in particular topics, then it's going to connect you with one path or the other. So if the way you're looking at something, you're telling a story about how it's going to be hard, or you're too old, or life is unfair, or you're not good enough, or you didn't get the breaks, or whatever that is, Law of Attraction doesn't ask you why you're thinking those thoughts. It'll just connect you with the rodeo ride. Or you could tell the story about how everything is set up to work with you, why you came here into your physical body, and how life is set up to work, and how joyous expansion works. And when there's contrast, what that means and how the expansion happens. And as you have that conversation, then you're going to feel really good and empowered and know everything is working out for you, set up to work out for you. And then you're going to be offering the law of attraction that high vibration energy, and then it's going to be connecting you with the things that you want. Now, you can also talk about positive aspects of your day, things you're grateful for, appreciate, positive aspects. There's lots of ways to keep your mind focused once you know the creative process, because then you can look at contrast in a good feeling way. Without the creative process, you really can't do that. And if you're not doing that, then you're really out on your own, because the contrast is a natural part of life. We're always going to have things about life that aren't the way we want them to be, either a lot or a little, but it doesn't matter. It's still contrast. And if you are looking at that in a way that it's bad, or it's a problem, or it's a crisis, any of that, now you see you need some conditions that you don't have to feel good. And that's where the creative process comes in, because it tells you that that's all natural stuff and it's making your life better. So when you know that, that's a real key to be always talking with the law of attraction and good feeling thoughts, no matter what the situation is. Okay, so the law of attraction, it only knows how you feel, and you want to be in a high vibration conversation with the law of attraction. And again, it doesn't know what you're doing, what you're thinking, what you're saying, who you're with, where you've been, what country you live in, who your government is. It doesn't know any of all of that stuff. It just knows how you feel. And you get to choose that, because you get to choose your thoughts. That's your greatest power as a human being, to choose your thoughts and choose a good one over one that doesn't feel good. And when you learn to do that, and you train yourself to do that, and now you're going to be having conversations with the law of attraction that are high vibration, no matter what the circumstances are, then your inner being, what is all set up for you because of the contrast, is going to come flowing into your experience. Simple as that. Okay? So what you want to train is your vibration. You want to give up this whole idea of manifesting things and work on training your vibration, your daily thought energy, your thought choices and patterns to high vibration. That signal gets received by law of attraction. It will take care of hooking you up with all the details to get you where you want to go. So that's the message for today. Thanks for listening in. If you have any questions, leave them on the post. Thanks for listening in, and enjoy your day.